Gamers, and welcome back to the Strategy Game Butt Kicker channel. Glad you were able to join me. Just a little update on the game that I have been doing most recently in this channel. Yes, there will be other stuff coming. I promise. I promise there will be other stuff coming. But right now, I've just been continuing with this game, and it is finally on the move again. I have made it. It is a milestone for me. I have made it to more than 1,000 points. Which I am starting finally to leave my opponents in the dust now, which makes me happy. I'm happy. I'm leaving my opponents in the dust. India, by the way, which is the nearest with 690 points. As I said in the last episode, that coalition has ceased to exist. Two of the players, Iraq and Iran, are both NPCs now. India was still playing and was keeping up with me. India actually for a while I was just rebuilding and preparing to actually start taking over Iraq and Iran's territory, India almost passed me. So, and in fact, it may have for one day. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it got close. It got close to passing me in, I think it did pass me in cities, but didn't pass me in victory points or something like that. But it was gaining on me. When I actually had built up enough that I started being able to come in and really take over Iraqi and Iranian territory, en masse. As you can see, I'm doing quite a bit here, taking over a bunch of cities. When that started happening, that is when India actually officially asked me for peace, for a truce, which I accepted. I do not have an interest in fighting India right now. I would much rather just work on this and pick this up. But yeah, so India asked me for peace. Iran, which is an NPC, has declared that it is at peace with me, and it does that frequently. It'll declare war and then go back to peace, which NPCs in this game, when a nation turns into an NPC, when the AI takes over, it will do that over and over again. UK does that every day. It declares war and then goes back to peace. Iran is doing that repeatedly, declaring war and going back to peace, which is interesting because I've still been taking over Iranian territory. I took over its capital just today. Taking over a couple of cities today in Iran, which, by the way, getting out of the game and just talking about world facts. Does anybody know why this is called Iran and not Persia? If you know why this is Iran and not Persia, leave a comment in the comments. And tell everybody why this is Iran and not Persia. It is very interesting. It seems like it would be more controversial than it is. In fact, most people, I think, don't even know why it's Iran and not Persia. You'd think you'd be hearing about it because it's pretty out there and it's pretty weird and pretty controversial. But if you know why Iran is Iran and not Persia, leave a comment in the comments and tell us all why. And tell us how weird you think it is. And especially given how much Iran as a nation, I don't know about the people, but Iran as a nation doesn't like Israel and has declared that it wants to eliminate Israel from the face of the earth. It's really interesting why it's called Iran. Just, as kind of world trivia for you. If you know the answer, say it in the comments. But anyway, this game should not be going too much longer. It is much easier to get from 1,000 to 1850 than it is to get from, whatever you start at 120, whatever, up to 1,000. Much easier. And at this point, according to the game, I am now down to 4 competitors, which one of those I think is citing India. India's had 48 cities for a couple of days now. I do not know if they're still playing. Cuba and Peru are active players, and they are growing. They're still way, way behind. They are not actually a threat. But one of them, I forget which one, has started a chemical program. I'm guessing they're going to go to nuclear soon. I really probably should try to beat them out to points before I start getting ICBMs coming my way. Finland, by the way, I think is the other active player. And the reason I think Finland is active, even though not very high points, he's new. Finland is new as a player. Is still a private, has no wins, etc. But has this this heavy bomber, which is almost dead itself, attacking Sevastopol down here, which is Rogue State. So I think that I have not seen the AI do. It may do that. I have definitely seen lots of AI battles go on. Countries that are controlled by the AI will take over other countries controlled by the AI. But at this point, I think this is probably an indication that Finland, who has researched nuclear weapons, actually, like a couple of weeks ago, when he had, I think he's still in the 200-point range, isn't he? Yeah, still in the 200-point range. So some weeks ago, researched nuclear weapons. I'm not sure. Not sure why, but he did research nuclear weapons. So if I were to go to war with Finland, that would be a minor concern. My guess is, having researched nuclear weapons so early, he's probably researched almost nothing else. He has a heavy bomber there, probably has very little and probably not that much to worry about, but I would still have to pay attention just in case he did have, say, some cruise missiles to shoot with the heavy bombers. So that would be something I would have to pay attention to, but I also have anti-air that would take care of that without a problem. But anyway, so here's an update. This game is proceeding. I don't have that much new insight to give about the use of armor, because at this point I have pretty much taken out everybody that I need to take out to be able to just pick up cities. And that's what I'm going to be doing the rest of the game. I will do probably a couple more updates in this game. If something really interesting happens, if I'm invaded by another country and they start, hitting me with ICBMs and stuff, I'll come back and make a video about that. Otherwise, it'll probably just be a couple more videos, maybe going over, progress to show when it's all over, which won't be too long. And then I will be starting a new one. So if you're interested in continuing to watch some strategies, I'm thinking maybe in a future game I will focus on naval warfare. I also still, like I said previously, I wanted to start a new game and do like a special game category in Conflict of Nations. I still plan on doing that. I looked a couple of times and I want a specific country. Most specifically, I want the UK. I want to be the UK when I do this thing that I want to do, that I think will make some pretty cool videos. But I have not found one yet where I can jump in and grab the UK, which is why I have not done that. But this game will be done pretty soon, and I will be starting others, and there will be more to watch and other stuff coming along. But, I'm an old guy with kids, so sometimes other things get in the way. Anyhow, thank you for watching. If you find this kind of content interesting and you would like to see more as it comes out, and you would like to, engage in more interesting discussions about things like why Iran is Iran and stuff like that, then please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, send it to others if you think it's interesting, and I look forward to talking to you in future games. I will see you then.